Almost an entire year after we last saw Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, we finally have a brand new trailer for the second chapter in the Remake trilogy. The big closing number for Summer Game Fest gave us a huge look at the story, gameplay, and locations from beyond the walls of Midgar, and there's plenty for fans to recognise alongside some unexpected surprises. We've studied the entire trailer and compared its scenes against the original game, and these are the 7 major details that you need to know. Let's start at the end with the trailer's big finale. We see the classic scene of young Tifa approaching Sephiroth in the Nibelheim reactor, where she tries to kill him in vengeance for her father's murder and the burning of the town. Just like in the original, Sephiroth cuts Tifa down. New for Rebirth though is Sephiroth's voiceover.
Do you know that I killed her? So, who is she?
This links back to the first trailer for Rebirth, which featured a fraught conversation between Cloud and Tifa.
I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
So, is Tifa actually dead? Possibly. We know that the Remake trilogy is all about changing the original story, and that would be a fun twist considering that we're all expecting Cloud to be the imposter. However, it seems more likely that this is a tactic from Sephiroth to manipulate Cloud and make him distrustful of his comrades. Sephiroth will eventually force Cloud to hand over the black materia, so perhaps this sowing of doubt is all in aid of weakening him ahead of that big moment. The trailer opens on the surprising image of Shinra's guards loading the unconscious, or perhaps even dead, bodies of Avalanche into helicopters. A huge chunk of Midgar lies in flaming ruins around them, and the initial impression is that the team has once again been captured by Shinra. But we know that the group escaped Midgar at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, so what gives? Well, we can see that only Barret, Tifa, Red 13 and Aerith have been captured. So where is Cloud? This scene could well be from the new timeline established at the end of Remake, where Zack survived his battle with Shinra. With Zack alive, it may be that Cloud never joined Barret's team, and without Cloud, the group may well have failed to stop Sephiroth at the end of the game. It seems likely that the Zack timeline will play a significant role in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and this is our first hint at that.
Whatever happens, protect your honor. As a soldier! Come and get it!
We know that Cloud and the group definitely escaped Midgar, because the majority of this trailer shows them travelling across a world with much more variety than that seen within the walls of the Steel City. Fans of the original game will recognise many places in this trailer. There's Bugenhagen's planetarium in Cosmo Canyon, the Mithril Mine, the cargo ship, the Inert Calm, and the Nibelheim reactor. There's also shots of what appear to be the Mako pipeline that runs up to Mount Coral. And with all those stalactites, could this be the Northern Crater? We'll also be paying a visit to Junon, and you can see the High Wind right here, moored above the town's iconic cannon. Before all that though, we'll be stopping by the Chocobo farm, as teased in the post-credits of Remake's intermission DLC.
What is it with these damn birds?
Sorry about that.
No need to apologize, man.
Speaking of chocobos, we'll be able to use them as mounts this time around. Now we're outside of Midgar, we'll be exploring what look like much larger scale environments, and so the added speed of a chocobo will come in handy. This HUD command makes it look like we can call upon them at any time while in the more open regions. While riding them, the contextual chocobo HUD also shows that the big birds can scent and scour, suggesting that they can be used for scouting. Perhaps there's a treasure hunting system or some kind of bounty tracking side activity. The big question, of course, is will there be chocobo breeding? Please Square, don't make us go through all of that again. Early in the trailer, we hear Tifa ask Aerith,
What's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
In the final hours of Remake, we were given the first indication that Cloud isn't who he thinks he is when a soldier in the Shinra building recognized him.
Cloud? Huh? You're Cloud, right? Holy shit!
It's cool, bro.
We went through training together.
It looks like Rebirth will further explore Cloud's fractured memory and expand upon Tifa's perspective. We know from the original game that Cloud was at Nibelheim 5 years ago, but Tifa didn't recognize him because he was a Shinra guard wearing a helmet, not the soldier he thinks he was. What wasn't in the original game, however, was this scene in which Cloud appears as a robed Sephiroth clone, taking part in the Genova reunion ritual. Could this be Cloud's fate in the new timeline where Zack survives? This trailer finally confirms that, after being just a guest party member in Final Fantasy VII Remake, Red 13 will be a fully playable character in Rebirth.
I am that which you see before you, nothing more. I'd appreciate it if we simply left it at that.
He's joined by Yuffie, who returns from the Intermission DLC to create a full party of 6. There's still no sign of Cait Sith, Cid or Vincent, so let's hope that they'll be revealed later rather than held back for the third game. While the fantastic combat from Remake remains, we can see it's had a few tweaks since we last saw it. Combo moves from the DLC have been fully integrated into the system, and we can see several flashy attacks, such as this one where Aerith launches Tifa through a magical dome. There's also a new icon on the battle HUD, a series of 5 horizontal bars, but it's not yet clear what new system they are linked to. We may be missing Cait Sith, Cid and Vincent, but there are some other fun and less fun familiar faces in this trailer.
Feast your eyes on the Turks' latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
We meet the remake version of Elena, the youngest member of the Turks, in what is clearly the encounter from the Mithril Mine. And later on, we see the grotesque form of Genova Birth, which now seems to hang from the ceiling of the cargo ship like some kind of cancerous barnacle. As with the first game in the Remake trilogy, we'll also be seeing a range of new bosses. Here we see Barret and Red 13 fighting some form of giant rock golem, potentially down in the Mithril Mine. The lack of Cloud in this fight suggests that there will be story sequences in which the party splits up and travels separate paths too.
Well now, think we woke it up.
Angered it, more like.
And those are the 7 major details that you need to know from the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer. Did you spot any other cool details? Let us know about them in the comments.
Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
For more, check out the full FF7 Rebirth trailer, and for everything else, stick with IGN.